A 52-year-old man is due to appear at the Malamulele magistrates court on Tuesday. He stands accused of 7 counts of murder. The man handed himself over to the Thohoyandou police station on Saturday. That's after he gunned down 7 family members in the early hours of Christmas Day. Among those killed are 4 children and a pregnant woman. Police allege that the gunman did not want his late brother's children to live on land owned by his father. Police say the family was about to hold a meeting to resolve the issue when the shooting occurred. Limpopo Social Development MEC Nkakareng Rakgoale will visit the family of the deceased tomorrow. We are joined now, though, by the spokesperson for Limpopo Social Development MEC, witness Tiva. Thank you for availing yourself this evening. While we appreciate that the investigation is ongoing, what can you tell us in terms of the situation?
No, let me indicate that our social workers who have been with the family since the incident happened on the 25th of this month are continuing to provide psychosocial support. And today from the provincial office, some officials, we actually joined them in terms of ensuring that in preparing for the MEC's visit tomorrow, as well as ensuring that the MEC is one of those who will be in the public gallery at the Malamulele Magistrates Court as a way of aiding her voice in calling for the courts not to grant bail to the suspect.
What is the situation of the family? I ask particularly maybe for the person that found these bodies. We know that he went to hand himself over, but was there anybody else that actually witnessed or found the bodies?
No, let me indicate that only one person was arrested after he handed himself over to the police, and police investigations are still continuing to check the circumstances around this incident. As and when the investigations are continuing, we'll then be able to get to understand as to what really sparked this family feud. But our social workers are remaining with the family in terms of also ensuring that they coordinate as the family is preparing to send off their loved ones. And the Wembe District Municipality as well as the Collins Chaban Local Municipality are also on board, and we are calling for good Samaritans, especially Funeral Palace, to also come on board so that we can give a befitting send-off to the family after this tragic incident.
What kind of assistance is your department offering the family?
Our social workers have been providing psychosocial support to the family members, and the majority of them are responding very well. Those that are still struggling to cope, we are intending to activate our colleagues from the Department of Health. These are psychologists who will also be coming and coming with their services to ensure that all those family members who are finding it very hard to cope are also assisted, because even the situation is very tense on the ground. Community members are worried about what has happened there. So we're also extending this psychosocial support service to other affected parties or community members. It's not only limited to close family members, but our approach is to ensure that everybody accept what has happened, and that we must all rally behind the police and when they do their investigations to ensure that justice prevails.
You're calling on assistance in terms of funeral parlors that can come forward and help with funeral arrangements. Financially, is there any kind of support that the Limpopo Social Development is offering to the family?
No, where we are unable to give direct financial assistance to the family, but we've conducted an assessment and identified areas of need of this particular family. That's where we're bringing on board the district municipality through their disaster management unit, as well as the local municipality, and Good Samaritans, who some have already responded, and there is coordination to ensure that we close the space in all the identified areas of need.
Who has been left behind from this family?
Say again?
Who's been left behind in terms of family members?
I'm not sure whether it's because of network or what, but if you're saying checking with us as to who is left behind in the female, there are other family members who are there, and these are the family members that are being assisted by our social workers and other government institutions.
This is something that you do not hear every day, especially also given that there's a pregnant woman who was killed in this incident. You mentioned the trauma that is not only facing the relatives that are left behind, but the community. I appreciate that investigations are still ongoing, but what do we know about this man?
No, preliminary investigations or profiling of this suspect is that he's a male nurse working somewhere in Polokwane, and he allegedly used his licensed firearm to commit this heinous crime in Jim Jones, and we actually going to get more information around the circumstances that led to him taking that decision to take the lives of 7 people.
We appreciate you making time to speak to us this evening. Thank you very much, sir.